coast around the Irish Sea may also turn drizzly.
Suzanne Charlton says it's rain with more to follow. I tell you, that cloud ain't budged off Leeds for a month, but do we get a mention? She looks anorexic to me.
What?
Suzanne Charlton, she's all teeth and bone.
More hair than her father, though.
Oh, the weather ain't been the same since Jack Scott left. You knew where you were with him. Is Georgie asleep?
Seems settled.
Oh, let's have a look what's on telly tonight. I fancy a bit of crime adventure. Your dad likes that crime watch. He sits by the phone in case he recognises anybody.
Well, I'll tell you, there's a nature documentary on Channel 4.
Oh, I can't be doing with Channel 4. It's a waste of time, except for Countdown. Not that I can do any of them conundrums, mind. But I like that Carol Vorderman. There's not many can get away with wearing lemon.
He's asleep.
At last. If you fed that child more, he'd go down quicker.
Now, can I have a word?
What?
Well, Martin and I...
Oh, do we have to talk about Martin?
Well, he is my husband.
Don't I know it? I should never have let you marry him.
Mum?
I always wanted you to marry Stuart. At least he's a local lad. Martin's not local.
He had bad breath and he works at B&Q.
Aye, but he's in charge of mixing paints now. Your dad bought 2 litres of his butterbean white for that porch and it came up lovely.
Martin's a very good chef.
Tell that to her next door. She went up the Tudor barn and found a hare in her own aplenty. Now then, is Martin still wearing aftershave to work?
I'm sorry.
Oh, I've seen him down that Tudor barn, ogling them waitresses in the low-cut bodices with the boobs hanging out. Even with their hands full, they've still got room to carry a gravy boat. I know his sort, led by the loins.
Martin and I are very happy.
You young people nowadays, you don't seem to understand that a marriage is for life, not just for Christmas.
That's a dog.
35 years we've been together. I married your father for life. Not that he's ever shown any.
Mum.
What?
I've got something to tell you.
Someone's thrown up in the back of my cab.
Oh, God. Student, I suppose.
Aye. Out celebrating his grant had come through.
Bloody students. Lord knows when they do any studying. Most of the time they're dressed as women pushing hospital beds down the high street. Or relieving themselves in bushes. You should see the state of Maureen Mellor's privet.
Hello, love. Have we got any carpet cleaner?
Well, you'll have to get that dry foam stuff on that.
Heck.
They use that in the TV room at the Rosedale retirement home. It shifts anything. Mind you, it needs to down there.
Do you need a hand, Dad?
No, I'm all right, love. One minute, Jiffy.
That's the 3rd time this month. It's just not fair. You had a woman in labour last week. Her waters broke outside the Happy Kebab. I mean, if it hadn't been for your father's knowledge of shortcuts, you'd have dropped that kiddie on the one-way system.
Hello?
Oh, more visitors.
Funny Martin.
Yeah, well, I hope he don't smell of garlic. I've only just had the loose covers done.
Hiya.
Good evening. Do you mind? I'm trying to hear how to make a fruit coulis.
Bought half a cheesecake.
Oh, lovely.
What sort?
Strawberry.
Yeah, I might have known it'd have pips in.
Don't have any then.
I won't, and don't you come crying to me when you get kidney stones.
You told her yet?
Couldn't get a word in.
Told me what?
Well, Barbara.
You're not pregnant again, are you, Linda?
No, Mum.
Well, what is it then? Is it Georgie? Is he ill? He's anorexic, isn't he?
It's nothing to do with George, Mum.
What's up?
It's Martin and me.
They're splitting up! It's that trollop that stocks the salad cart, isn't it?
Oh, ignore her, Ted. Linda and I have got something we want to tell you both.
Well, come on. Come on, then.
Well, I've applied for a new job. And if I get it, we're going to have to move.
Is that all? Well, it's time you moved out of that poky little house, anyway.
What's the job then, Martin?
Head chef. Well, still at the Tudor Barn, but it's a different branch.
Oh, well, I'm not surprised they're opening a new one, are you? Because they're very popular, isn't it? Ted and I have always said it's nice to know what's on the menu before you park the car.
Where's it to be then, Martin?
Oh, I know, it'll be over on the Common. It's very upmarket there. They've even had to make the Burger King oldie-worldy.
It's not on the Common.
Is it
Barbara.
not?
No.
That's an opportunity missed.
It's in Swansea. The interview's tomorrow.
We were hoping you could take George for the day so I could go down with Martin.
Well, what do you want me to say? Good luck? Well, I'm sorry, but Wales! Oh, that's typical of you. You can't get a job round here like any normal person. You have to go abroad. Precisely. From the first moment we met you, I knew you were trouble. Swaggering round the Tudor barn in your pinny with your king-size peppermill.
Come on, Linda, let's go. I can't stand all
Call
this.
yourself a chef? I knew from your Armada platter you weren't up to scratch.
I'll get George.
Don't you forget, lad, we've eaten your gammon steaks like a pair of old flip-flops.
Barbara, I love your daughter and your grandson more than anything else in the world, and I just want what's right for them. Now, if that means going to Wales for a better quality of life, well then so be it.
You would improve our quality of life if you went on your own.
For God's sakes, why don't you give it a rest for once in your life? Because I really don't give a monkey's what goes on under that shampooed raffia mat of yours. Come on, Linda, let's go. And another thing...
Yes.
I'm going to take me cheesecake.
Ted!
I got most of the sick out.
I'm sorry.
You were right.
She's really getting to me.
She was out of order.
Sometimes I could just...
She doesn't mean any harm, really. It's just that we're all she's got.
Oh, God.
Come here.
You better take this now. I might not see you for Christmas.
She has the same effect on me.
You just let our Martin walk all over me tonight. You never stick up for me. It's the same when my mum died. Our Jean came round and stripped that house bare.
Oh.
And where were you when I needed you? Bubble wrapping the china. For her. All I got was Mum's commode and half a bottle of Bailey's. And now you're standing there while my only daughter is being whipped off to bloody Wales.
Oh, I'll be as sorry as you are to see him go, Bar, but nowadays you've got to go where the jobs are.
But Wales... I don't want my George brought up in Wales. It's full of the Welsh.
There's nothing wrong with the Welsh.
2 words, Ted. Neil Kinnock.
You're always saying you want what's best for little George. Well, maybe this is it.
Of course it isn't. By the time that boy's 12, he'll be talking like Ivor the Bloody Engine. Life's just not fair, is it?
Shall I turn the blanket off?
It could have been so different. If you hadn't done your backing, you could have been quality control supervisor. Biscuits and cakes.
It wasn't to be, love. I don't miss the factory.
Hardly a penny from the firm either. Industrial accidents these days, you've only got to stub your toe when you're off to Acapulco.
Could have been worse.
Ow!
Oh.
Who nursed you night and day? I've spent a lifetime rubbing tiger balm into your back. Oh, the smell of it still turns me stomach. Couldn't breathe in this house for the whiff of wet dogs.
Look, we've got a lot to be thankful for. We've got a wonderful daughter, a lovely grandson, and Martin.
Good night, Ted.
Good night, love.
Move your feet.
What?
They're like ice. Oh.
You're upset, aren't you?
Upset.
Look, I've got to drop you at the surgery, collect your sister from the airport and babysit for George. Have a busy morning.
It's all this me with you.
Oh, Barbara.
Well, he's only doing it to get away from me.
Who?
Martin! I'm not that bad, am I, Ted?
Of course not, love.
All I want is for our Linda to have a better chance in life than we ever
I
had.
know that, but we can always visit.
What are you talking about? Drive all the way to Wales in a minicab that reeks of sick? Oh, Ted, what are we going to do?
I'll get a new air freshener in the morning.
Not about the sick, you daft aper.
Look, Martin may not even get the job now. Just promise me you won't interfere.
Well-
Promise.
All right. But if they want my advice...
I'll ask for it, Bar. Now leave him alone. And turn that light out.
Move over! You're forcing me onto that wonky spring. Apply to the infected area 4 times a day. And wash your hands after. So what am I going to do, Daw?
Well, I went caravanning in Port Niriam with Clive once, and we had a lovely couple of days. Mind you, it was a lovely caravan. Got a flushing toilet.
I'm not asking for an advert from the Welsh Tourist Board, thank you, Doreen. Bloody Wales. Plan this and plan that. You have to have a mouthful of phlegm to pronounce anything. Yes, Mrs. Evans.
I need a repeat prescription from Dr. Singh.
Well, you'll have to come back tomorrow when she's signed it.
I can't get here tomorrow. Couldn't you just nip in?
No, I could not just nip in. She's got old Mr. Fletcher in there and she's in the middle of a manual evacuation. And if you think I'm going to subject myself to that 10 minutes before my lunch, you've got another thing coming. You'll have to wait. Why our Linda is even allowing Martin to entertain such an idea when all her family is here, I just do not understand.
I think you're being a bit negative about it all.
I've a gut mind to ring.
Oh, you can't do that, Bob.
Just to find out whether or not he's got the job.
Not soon enough.
Get me the number from Directory Inquiries. Hello, surgery. Tudor Barnes, Swansea. No, Dr. Welsh isn't doing home visits today. His clutch cable's gone. Well, don't blame me, madam. Blame the Japanese. Yes, well, next time you see him, tell him to buy British.
I see, Dr. Walsh.
Do you mind? I'm busy. Thanks, Doc.
Can I help you?
Yes, I want to see Dr. Walsh.
Oh, I'll see to him, Dor. You don't want his germs inflaming your sinuses. Here, take that to Dr. Singh.
I'm really not feeling well.
Hello, can I speak to the manager, please? My name is Liversage, Mrs. Have you got an appointment? Have you got an appointment? Well, you'll have to wait then. Oh, hello, is that the manager? Oh, it's you again. Can you not operate a switchboard? Listen, I want to speak to whoever is doing the interviews this month. Can you keep quiet? It's hard enough telling what the Welsh say without having you expectorating in me ear. Yes, I know he's interviewing today. That's why I want to speak to him. Right. Thank you so much. What are you doing down there?
It's choking.
I can see that. I have been a medical receptionist for 15 years.
Get a doctor.
Do you want to run the place? Oh, thanks, Dor. There now, that's better, isn't it? Now, are you registered with this practice? Because if not, I'll have to ask you to fill in a form.
What's Auntie Jean got for you now? Luke, a little surfboard.
Here's your old Greg.
Thanks, Ted. Who's a little beach boy?
Well, I'm back, Ted. No thanks to you.
Do you like your grass skirt? Do ya?
Get me them frozen peas out the freezer, Ted. My feet are killing me. I've walked all the way up Sedbrill. Why you couldn't come and collect me, I'll never know.
I've been babysitting.
Well, you could have left him with Jean. He'd have come to no harm. On the other hand...
Hello, Jean. Did you have a nice holiday? Where's Mr. Manners gone since I've been away?
You're back then.
Ate this morning.
Yeah.
Those are Brussels sprouts.
What?
Oh, it's all right, they'll do. So, did you get bored with Hawaii, or did Hawaii get bored with you?
Oh, Barbara, you'd have loved it there.
I'm sure.
The weather was fantastic. Do you like the tan? It's not out of a bottle, you know. Oh, and the hotel had my own balcony with a stunning view of Waikiki.
Wasn't that the frog in Hector's house?
Oh, and I met an American called Marvin.
Have you put a sweetener in?
No, arsenic.
I suppose Ted's dropped our little bombshell.
Martin and Linda moving.
Yes!
I think it's a great idea.
Oh, you're a fine help.
Well, they want to get away from you. They don't want you interfering all the time.
I do not interfere in Martin and Linda's lives. Do I, Ted?
Maybe peas would be better.
Come on, Barbara. You only babysit for them so you can go through the bedroom drawers.
And can you blame me when you find a copy of the Lover's Guide under the bed? Well thumbed at that.
As your big sister, my advice to you is to keep your big nose out.
Well, thank you for your advice, Jean. And as for my nose, at least it's the one I was born with.
Oh, come on, Ted, I've got to get going. I must grab 40 winks before Sanchez comes round to give me seaweed wrap. Bye-bye, Georgie. Give your Auntie Jean a kiss.
Now, don't get too close, Jean. Cheap perfume can bring on asthma.
Goodbye, Bar. Take good care of yourself, won't you? Come on, Ted. And try and keep both hands on the wheel this time.
See you later.
Right, I'm having that off for a start. Now, don't you forget, Georgie. You're my grandson, not hers. She ain't got any. Not for the want of trying. Said her husband died in bed peacefully. Peacefully? You must be joking. She's got a libido the size of a reservoir. Of course, I blame your father. You see, Martin doesn't understand the importance of family life. No, I'm with the Asian community on this one. I mean, they may be knee-deep in joss sticks and have no control over the cows, but they know how to treat their families. I mean, look at that shop in Green Street. There's 12 of them all working in there. 9 years old to 19. They can all work that till. Hey, I bet they have a whale of a time at Christmas. Well, I'm not sitting here pulling my own cracker. Christmas is for children. And if you're not going to be here, well, I'm finding out. Hello, Tudor Barn, Swansea. I'd like to speak to the manager, please. I don't know his name. Ray Nixon, right. Hello, Mr. Nixon. Now, you don't know me, but my name is Linda Benson. Yes, you interviewed my husband this morning for a job, and I was just ringing up to find out whether or not he'd got it. Yes, I know. But we're going on holiday tomorrow, and we wanted to know so we didn't have to wait for the letter. No, I know it's not proper Now, look here, Raymond. That is your proper name, isn't it? I don't go for diminutives. Has he or has he not got the job? Oh, dear. Oh, yes, he will be disappointed. Oh, yes, don't you worry. I'll let him down gently. Thank you very much. I knew he wouldn't get it, the useless tri-pound!
This is the original.
Where you got to?
There are very few
Suppose you've been up in that back bedroom broadcasting to the world. Radio Ted off the air.
Tostig's dog's dead. The vet came all the way from Oslo. Do you know that's a 12-hour round trip just to put a dog down?
Ted, if I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. I'm not interested in Tostig's dog. Or that postman from Peru with the Volkswagen. Or the State of Gunter's grow bags. Have you ever told me anything remotely interesting? Never.
Oh, excuse me. Who told you the Argies were invading the Falklands 2 hours before the BBC? They were showing blankety blank. I was on open channel to Port Stanley.
Oh, shut up and get that piece of walnut from under the table. How's George?
He's still asleep. Oh, hello, love.
Oh, hello, you two. Interview go well?
It's okay. Difficult to tell, really.
Well, you do look smart, Martin, I must say. It's nice to see you out of denim.
We've had our fingers crossed for you, haven't we, Belle?
Oh, absolutely. Ted, put the kettle on. They've been on the go all day, poor things. Are you hungry? You can easily defrost a Battenberg.
Thanks, Mum. Coffee will be fine.
Yeah, coffee, please, Barbara.
Ted, 3 coffees.
Certainly.
Now then, I've been thinking about this job of yours before you say anything, and it's just possible that I may have overreacted before. No, I mean, you're both adults. You can both make your own mind up. You know what's best. Yes, I know, I've come full circle. But he's your son before he's my grandson. And you don't want me sticking me oar in all the time, do you? I'm sure I must get in your way sometimes, what you say, Martin?
Well, now you come to mention it.
And you see, your father and I both want our own lives. We're thinking of pursuing a hobby together. In fact, we might take up polo. Now, come on, Ted. Let's get that Battenberg in the microwave.
That's me under a palm tree.
Oh, Jean, aren't you a bit old to go topless?
No. Anyway, I've had them done.
Oh, the breasts are pita breads.
I'd rather not look. How does it compare with your previous holidays then, Jean?
Oh, it's shot into me top 10. It's right up there with Madagascar.
Really? Well, you have to go some to beat the lakes in our book. See, with my skin type, I need a bit of cloud cover.
I don't see why. Jean tans easily enough. You must have the same skin type as her.
That's not her skin.
That's me shark fishing. That's Marvin and me on a pedalo.
Hey, I've had enough of all this. Where's our waitress? I hope the service is better in the Swansea Tudor barn, Linda.
Well, we'll never know, Mum.
Why?
We heard today. Martin didn't get the job.
Oh, dear. Why didn't you say anything?
Well, Martin was a bit knocked back. I mean, they said he did really well at the interview, but the competition was very hot.
Unlike the food.
And he hoped we had a good holiday.
Have you been on holiday?
Well, no, that's what confused us.
Typical. He's useless, that Martin. Can't even get a simple job in Wales.
Oh, leave it out, Mum. I'm not in the mood.
Cat's out the bag, then?
Yes, not that I'm surprised, you useless tripound.
Barbara!
That's not fair, Mum.
No, don't bother, Linda.
No, Martin came very close to getting that job. It said so in the letter.
Yeah, it was the manager that was the stumbling block.
That's right, blame Mr. Nixon.
Mr. Who?
Nixon.
And how do you know his name?
What? How did you know his name was Nixon?
Now, look here. I came out tonight for a family meal. If I'd have known it was going to be the Nuremberg trials, I'd have stayed at home with a frozen lasagna. Anyway, since you're here, Martin, I'll have an armada platter. Well, it's raining again. Suzanne Charlton were right.